Hello, you're welcome to CBTech.Inc. I am Banari. Today I welcome you once again to yet another beautiful tutorial. It's an opportunity for you to learn a skill in this 21st century. Excel is one of the major applications used in most of the organizations we find ourselves in, be it a student, a worker, an employee, an employer. Each and every blessed day, we at our various workplaces, we encounter situations in life or at our job places that really demand us to use Excel to actually analyze different set of data that comes on our way. So take this opportunity, some of the basic tricks that Excel comes with, you can actually use this opportunity to learn and to upgrade your skills. So I want to use this opportunity to thank all those who have subscribed to this channel. I must say I'm most grateful for the opportunity, and also I'm most grateful for you subscribing. I will urge all those who are new to the channel to do well to subscribe, as we have a lot of stuff coming your way in the near future. So if it is the first time you're subscribing, please go into YouTube, and on YouTube kindly search for CBTech _INC. Yes, you see us here. Okay, click on it and then you can subscribe. Okay, hit on the subscription button, sign in if you have not yet signed in, and if you are not a Google account holder, you'll not be able to subscribe. So please do well to subscribe. Follow our social media platforms, and all the links are here. You can see our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, and our TikTok. You can follow us on all those platforms. Thank you once again. We have old videos there. Please, if you have not actually watched them, do well to watch them. Okay, so let's go to today's lesson. So in today's lesson, what we are going to do is, we are still continuing with the data manipulation in Excel, and we are talking about the fact that we can use Excel to actually do a whole lot of manipulation. So, and today we are going to talk about some basic ways of actually sorting your data. So one of the things that we'll be looking at is how to add levels to the sorting. That is how to sort our data, and beyond sorting it, we have to also look at how we can add levels to the sorting. It's more of advanced sorting. Then from there, we look at how to hide and unhide columns so that they are visible or not visible. So we'll look at how we can use how we can hide data, some columns, and then how to unhide them at the end of the day. Sometimes when you are dealing with a whole bunch of data or large sums of data, it's a bit difficult assessing or getting enough space or enough room to work on your data. So this trick will help us do that. And if once I don't want the video to be too long, so let's get started. So I'll go to Excel, and I have this data I have with me here. So this is a sample I have, a sample data I have already. So how do we sort the data here? So looking at what we have in this page, or on this page, you realize that we are presented with this type of data, and it's quite huge. So how do we sort this particular data? How do we sort it? So this is the first thing that we want to do. So how do I sort this data? For example, if I want to sort the order quantity, or if I want to sort the order ID, or the date that we have here, or the province, or if I want to sort, how do I go about it? So sorting is more of grouping, okay? It is more of grouping, or actually arranging your data, okay? So let's say if there are numbers, we can arrange them from the lowest to the highest, or from the highest to the lowest. And if they are text, we can arrange them from, let's say, the ascending to the descending order in that form. So if it is letters, we say from A to Z, or Z to A. And then if it is the numbers or values, then we are talking about arranging the data from the smallest number to the highest number, or from the highest number to the lowest number. So let's assume that we want to arrange these numbers or this data under the order priority, okay? So if we want to arrange, or let's say, yes, if you want to sort this data, you just click within the column, okay? Then we'll go to sort. So under home, under this home tab, you come here, you see sort, okay? You click on the drop down arrow on it. If we want to sort from the lowest, that is from A to Z, it means that we are looking at for example, we have low, we have high, we have not specific, and we have critical, medium, and whatsoever. So it will arrange it. For example, if you look at the alphabet that we have, we know that A comes before B, and B comes before C, in that order. So if it is arranging from A to Z, it means that it is arranging it from ascending order, okay? So if it is ascending order, let's see how it goes. So I'll click on sort, and you see that when I clicked on sort, I have C coming there. That is, I have a data, the data from the column. If I select this column, the data there, you see that the C, the one that starts with C, okay, the order priority, critical is the first one, then followed by, if I scroll down, I scroll down, and I scroll down, and I scroll down, I scroll down. The data is quite huge. So the next thing is high, okay? That is from C, we go to H, okay? And we understand that C comes before H. And then when I scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, from critical, I know we have high, then we have low, okay? Then from low, we have what next? So I'm still scrolling down. And I have medium. So when you're counting your alphabet, you know that A, B, C, D, we have C first before we get to H, before we get to L, before we get to M, in that order. So that is sorting the data that is from A what to Z, A to Z, that is ascending order. Then we have Z to what, A. If we want to sort the data from Z to A, that is also descending order. Okay, so let's try to see the last item here. So I'm still scrolling down from medium. What's next? From medium, what's the next thing? From medium, we have not specified. So from medium, the next thing is not specified, and I think that is the last thing. So under the order type, or yeah, I think so. So previously we understood, or we learned, that if you want to scroll to the topmost part of that is the beginning of the item within the column, you press the control key and the up arrow. So we are back to the place, and we have the order priority. So we have critical, we have high, we have medium, we have and the rest. Okay, now if we want to sort in what Z to A, that is as a descending order, when I click, you see that now not specified will start, followed by I think followed by medium, right? Followed by medium, yeah. Then from medium we can now go to low something. Go from M, we come to L, then to H, then to C. So from medium we have low, then from low we have high, I guess so. Yeah, we have high here. So from low we have high, then we can have critical as the last item in the column. So that is how we can sort data using the A to Z or Z to A, that is ascending order or descending order respectively. So now let's move further. Let's go to the advanced form of what sorting. Let's look at the advanced form of what sorting. So I'm going to the start of it. So let's now assume that I want to sort the date. I want to sort by date. Okay, and with the date I want to sort in order of what? The date that came first. Okay, that's the earliest date first, then the newest. Okay, but I can even decide to say I want to sort with the newest date first. So the new date first, then the old date will come down. And then, but when I come to sales, I want to arrange the sales based on the highest to the lowest. So I'm going to do two sortings here. That is sorting the order date and also sorting sales. You know, as a human being, if you are given the task to actually arrange these files, arranging the sales based on the highest to the lowest, and now picking the date, the order date, and looking at the new date that came first as compared to the old date, it will be a very it will take you so many times, so you will waste a lot of time to do. But Excel can just do this as easy as simple as it is. So, and that is what we say you can actually sort by adding levels. Okay, you can sort the data by what? Adding levels. You can add so many levels. I can do about 5 things together, okay, and so it's going to work. I can decide to add maybe the customer segment to it. So I'm going to sort maybe the sales from highest to lowest. Then I'll also go further to sort the order date based on the date it came. Then from there I can still add maybe the customer segment, okay, whether it should be a corporate, maybe whether it was a corporate, whether it was small business, home office, and within this customer segment, which one was having the highest, which one was having the highest sales, and which one was having the lowest, and it will sort it and arrange everything, actually make it very simple for you. So I'll start with the first one that I talked about. So I'm going to use the order date. We are going to sort by the order date, okay, but this time we are not going to use this sort, rather we'll click on what data. So go to data, then we'll click on this sort, we'll click on it. Now the moment you click on it, it will give you this, the sort pop-up, this dialog box will appear, okay. Then the first one we have there is order priority, which that's not what we want to actually sort. So we want to change that one and choose, we say we wanted to do with the date, so order date. And then the values, okay, we want to do with the values, that is the data that are within the items that are within here, okay. From there we'll go to this place. We want the newest date first to be arranged. We want the new date to come first before the old date. Yes, I told you add another one, so we'll add that of the sales. So in doing that, we add another level, so I'll add this level here, okay. Then I'll come back and click on the one I said sales. Yes, so we are saying that we want to sort this order date, okay, and after sorting this order date, we want the newest date to come first before the oldest date. It should arrange the new dates first before the old date. Then after that, another level has been added, that Excel should sort again with the sales. And then with the sales, we still want to deal with the values within the sales. And then this time we want the largest. We want to sort from the largest to what? The smallest. That is, we want the largest figure within the sales that came in to be first before other before the smallest figure, okay. And I was saying that we'll add another one, so add the next one by using the customer segment. So we'll go to customer segment, okay, then still the same values, and this time the customer segment, we want to still arrange it from what? A to Z. So when you are done, you click on OK. But before then, you have to make sure you know our data is having headers, and this is a header, okay. So we have to take this particular thing that is having what? Headers. Then after that, we'll click on OK. Now you go back to the date, sorry, go back to the item, then you realize that this is December 30th 2012, December 30th 2012. Then from there we have December. So under the order date, you should realize that December 30th 2012 came before 29th December 2012. It follows to 28th to 27th, okay, then to 27th, 26th, 25th, in that order. Then when you come to the order, the sales, you see that is under the sales we have the highest figure, that is 803, and then 672.93. you see that it is arranged based on what? The lowest within, that's on the 30th. Okay, on the 30th, we understand that on this 30th, the sales that came in, we had the highest figure here up to the smallest figure. Okay, then when we come to the other one that I also chose, that is the customer segment, under display we have the home service, sorry, the home office, the small business, the corporate, and the corporate. Now home office, I think this is the last item. No, on 30th up to consumer, right? On 30th, yes, up to consumer. So you see that it has arranged it in order of based on the what is that, the data, based on the data that we provide, the levels that we provided. Okay, so that is how we can sort using levels. That is how we can sort using levels. Now after sorting, I want to, now the next thing I want us to learn about is how to hide columns, how to hide and then unhide columns. Okay, now let me increase, or let me enlarge my data. Now after enlarging it, we have something like this. Okay, now I am working and I feel like the data here, before I see them, I have to actually use this to scroll in order to see the other columns that are within my data. Let's take it that I am not going to do any editing on, let's say, the column C, the D, the E, and the F. Okay, so if I want to hide it, I'll click and highlight that. I'll click and hold and drag to my what, up to my F, my column F. Then I'll right click, I'll put the pointer on any of the selected item, then I'll right click, then I'll see hide, then I'll click on hide. Okay, then I can now have the chance to actually manipulate my file as it is here. So anytime I feel like I'm okay, I want to see my data back, I'll just right click there, then you see on hide. Okay, so that is how to hide or to unhide your Excel columns. So if I want to hide up to column J, okay, then I can do that and right click and you see hide, to hide it for you. Now I have three data that I can see. I have my order date, my product subcategory, product container, my ship date, and so on. Okay, another way of unhiding is you just put the pointer there and double click, and then you have your data back. Okay, so I didn't want this video to be a long video, but let me add another thing. Let me add one last thing, then we'll bring this video to a close. But before I do that, I'm saying that if it is your first time joining us, please go to YouTube, search for us, CBTech_INC, subscribe, follow us, watch the videos that we drop on the channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then TikTok. We thank you for joining us, and we have more stuff, other videos. The previous videos are there. Please do well to watch them. Also share to your friends, families. Let's help to grow the channel, and together we shall or be concrete. Okay, now back to our last item for the day. Let's take it for instance that you have this data, and before that, let me do something so that you see what I'm trying to teach you. Let me do this. Oh, it's limited. 1, 2. Let me do this. So I have this data here. So what I want us to look at is how we can determine the decimal places of values. Okay, so we have some data here, some items or some entries within our within the data that we find ourselves, or the data that we have, and you realize that under the sales we have up to, this one is 4 decimal places, this one is 4 decimal places. Okay, now how do we limit the decimal places? Okay, or how do we even do away with the decimal places? Maybe you are asked to actually do away with the decimal places within the data. Okay, so how do you do that? So if I want to limit this data, okay, to or this value, the value that I have in cell E2, if I should limit the data to 2 decimal places, how do I do that? Now I'll click on it, then I'll actually come to this where the number is. I'll click on this arrow, then I'll click on more number format. Then when it comes to this place, I'll click on number. Then under the number, I'll change this figure from the 4 to 2. Okay, and when I click on OK, it will limit it to what? 2 decimal places for me. So in order to get the rest, see that you click and you highlight on the data, okay, then you click on this arrow, you go to more number formats, then you click on number, you select 2 decimal places, click on OK, then you have every data there moving toward limiting itself toward the 2 decimal places. If you don't need the decimal places, you can just click here, then when it comes to the more number format, you clear this, you make it 0, and when you click on OK, you will not have a decimal point, or you will not have any decimal point. You have a whole number over there. Let's assume that you don't want to come to number and click on more number format and be using this spinners. Okay, you don't want to use this, then you can just come here. You see these 2 items, these 2 commands here. The first one says increase decimal, and then the next one says decrease decimal. Okay, so at the moment if I click here, it will add 1 decimal, that is I want to what? Increase decimal. If I click again, it will increase again. If I want to reduce it, I'll click and click in that order. That's the last decimal in that order. So thank you for joining. This is where today's tutorial brings us to. I know you have learned something new today. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, don't forget to share to a friend and a colleague. Until we meet again, it is me and your host Banari. Thank you and see you in the next one. Bye bye.